like a Hellcat.
Hello and welcome back to the channel where once again it's time for some more Warhammer 40,000 Combat Patrol. Today we're on issue 9, which comes with 2 paints, making it the worst value for money magazine in the entire series. We get a Bad and Black and Retributor armor. They have retail prices of £2.75 and £3.70 respectively, meaning you're losing out on about £3 worth of value in this issue. Over the page, it's straight into how to paint in terms of adding a Bad and Black and Retributor armor to all of your existing Space Marines and Tyrannid models, and there are quite a few pages detailing where to add these colors. Obviously, these painting guides are wonderful for brand new players who are following the steps every week. Obviously, if you're a more experienced gamer in this line of gaming, then you probably won't be following these because you'll be painting them your own personalized colors. Once the painting material is done, we go on to chapters. This is Section B, Space Marines 4. Tells us about the different chapters, chapter markings before we turn over, and it gives us some very brief information on the Blood Angels, the Silver Templars, the Space Wolves, and the Dark Angels before we go on to Bonds of Honor Part 2. This is basically just story material. This is Read Section E, Silver Templars Part 2. Before we go on to some instructions in terms of advancing and falling back, tells us how to advance, when to advance, and also when we can fall back. Before we go on to scenario number 4, Pitched Battle. This is Play Section F, scenario number 5. The time for probing actions, scouting and sabotage is over. Now is the time for all-out war, and it shows us that it will be our Infernus squad, led by the captain, facing off against the Termagants, the Von Ryansleepers, and the Barb Gaunts. So like always, it tells us our turn order. It tells us the Space Marines go first, and it gives us an example of moving and shooting. Like I say, these pitched battles are always quite good in terms of detailing how to do everything before we turn over, and it explains the Tyrannid's turn. It gives an example of them moving and shooting, and also an example of them fighting at the bottom of the page before we turn over, like always, for the little bit of storyline material if the Space Marines are victorious or if the Tyrannids are victorious too. Turning over onto the very last page, we'll see that issue 10 comes with a medium base brush and a librarian in Terminator armor. So that issue will probably be quite popular. I think that's a good model, and having the brush in there as well. Personally, I think the brushes should be added into the issues which only have 2 paints, because as you can see, issue 11 is another poor quality issue in terms of content. You just get white and lead belcher with that, nothing else. So again, issue 11 may well be one of the issues that a lot of people miss out. That is it for this week. Warhammer Combat Patrol issue number 9 done and dusted. What are your thoughts on this issue? How do you feel about the issues that only come with 2 paints and nothing else? Personally, I don't think they're very good, but like always, that's just my opinion. So let me know your thoughts down below, and like always, I'll be back this time next week with some more Combat Patrol. Goodbye for now.